Riceworth was very unique. The whole thing was a very unique thing. It was planned in such a manner that he was to be born in a place. It was very humble, because he came to teach us humility. The word teaching in the English language means telling about, talking about. But when I say teach, I mean create, to activate within us humility. Actually, he came on this earth, first of all, to create a space within us, at the Agya Chakra, by removing the hurdles of the ego. He had to talk of humility that time, because Romans were ruling and they were very arrogant, very crude, uncouth, underdeveloped, we should say, not at all evolved. Like, you can say some of the animals which came into being and were thrown out of the evolutionary process later on, because they were useless, too aggressive, or too big for their size, or some sort of a thing like that. In the same way Romans were. If you see their body, even now, painted sometimes, you find that it was not like a human body, but like some animals. The muscles and all that was very good. There was no softness, no roundishness on their faces. So this ego of Romans affected everyone whom they ruled. Because when you have somebody as an ideal before you, and always people see who dominates them, and such person becomes their ideal. So you start imbibing that kind of a character within yourself. You see somebody who is condescending, you also become suddenly condescending. You see somebody who is very egoistical and tries to show off, you also put up airs. You can see this every day happen, that a boss comes in who is a very, very airy person. Everybody in the office is like that. And that's how Romans affected the people in those days, by creating their own ideals. People thought they are the ideals, they are the best, because they had produced results according to them. They were so powerful, they thought this was the power. And that's why they followed their methods, many people who were not even Romans. The another humbler group was affected because they were hurt, their ego was hurt. So they became equally violent, in the sense that they were so touchy that you could not say anything to them. They would just come and bark, frighten you. This kind of character is very dangerous also, because that gives you some sort of very bad disease. It can give you leprosy. People develop leprosy with that kind of character. If you develop a barking temperament of a nature by which you just jump at people, nerves become absolutely sort of shattered. And the leprosy is the disease of the nerves. Those people who always keep themselves under such strain and jump at every person who comes along are very dangerously placed as far as their nerves are concerned. And then a horrible type of virus, you know that, which creates leprosy, attacks these nerves, can attack, because they are very vulnerable, this kind of people who jump, whatever. That's why there was so much leprosy. In that small little place, there were so many lepers, because their nerves are shattered. In those circumstances, Christ was born. But he was not only born just for Romans or for anyone, but he was born for the whole world. Because ego had started growing in human beings at that time, and had developed quite a lot as far as the Romans were concerned. And that demarcated the way human beings were going on. So they had to be controlled first of all, and Christ had to come at a time where a balance was established. So the first thing that was said about Christ throughout in all this music and songs you have heard now is that peace on earth. He came to create peace on earth. That's only possible when you are in balance. First of all. Secondly, when you are realized. Both things should be. If only you get your realization and there is no balance in you, there cannot be peace.